It's time for the stupidest name ever. It's the Tittle Tattle with Kickoff Kevin.
With Brock Bowers out 4 to 6 weeks for Georgia, do you think there's a chance that they lose their undefeated season?
Well, let's look at the games. At Florida, they should win. It's crazy Florida beat Tennessee, though.
I know. And Eat manhandled them.
Yeah. Looking back at that game, after Tennessee won last week, I went back to look at Tennessee's schedule. And, yeah, Florida just popped them.
Yeah.
Versus Missouri, Georgia should win that. Versus Ole Miss, that could be trouble. And versus Tennessee, that could be trouble. I still think they probably win all 4. Brock Bowers is awesome, but Georgia pretty much reloads. But Brock Bowers could have been one of the guys invited for the Heisman. A tight end's probably not going to win it. But, yeah, that does hurt him. But he's out forever now, isn't he? Like, isn't he done? I heard 4 to 6 weeks, but then I heard he was, like, season ending.
Oh.
And maybe that just be different. So there's just different sources saying that. But, I mean, if it's 4 to 6 weeks, what are we? October 17th. So let's do, it's the 20th. So November. So December.
I mean, it's at least
he would come back for the national championship game, possibly.
Who said it? Schefter said it?
I don't think Schefter talks college.
He doesn't
Man,
do
well,
college.
he should.
I don't think Schefter talks college.
Because I don't believe it unless Schefter says it.
Well, then you'll never believe anything about college. I think that they could still win all 4 of these games.
And is there really any point if you were him? I mean, you're going to be a top 5, 10 draft pick.
If you're playing for the national
I get it,
championship,
yeah,
I think I might come back.
Okay.
If I'm playing just in a big bowl game, I don't think I come back. But national championship, yeah.
Yeah.
Or playoff. The first game of the playoff, yeah, I think I'm back.
And they're probably going to make the playoffs.
I don't want them to win.
The whole thing or at all or just in general?
I don't want them to win the whole thing.
You just want someone new?
Yeah. It's like I don't even mind Georgia. I don't have any hatred toward them. I think Kirby Smart's fine. I'm not irritated yet. They're just starting to get cocky. Oh, dear God, give me a Cotton Bowl win. I'll be insufferable. But they have 2 national championships, and they're not really they're fine, right? Georgia fans aren't that annoying, are they?
No, pretty normal.
Yeah.
For being winners and being really good,
Right, that's
pretty
what I'm
normal.
saying. I mean, we go to the Liberty Bowl and we win. You don't want to be around me. I'm be all like, what's up, you suck? So I think they win out, and they probably play Alabama in the championship, and they probably beat Alabama again. That's my thought. All right, next up.
After both lost on Saturday, which Pac-12 team do you think has a better chance to make the playoff, USC or Oregon?
This one's wide open. You want to talk about wide open? Both teams are awesome.
USC and Oregon?
Mm-hmm.
Both are awesome?
Yeah.
Oregon's really...
I like Oregon.
That Washington-Oregon game
Both
was the best game.
It was, but both teams, excuse me, USC's offense is so awesome, it makes up for the fact that their defense blows.
Okay.
But it also shows you if you are just betting on an offense and you have to travel, sometimes the offense don't travel with you. Because that game was in Notre Dame that they lost, right? I'm still going to go
What do you mean,
US
Bones? They both traveled together. They were there.
No. The defense travels well.
What do you mean? They're both in the same bus?
No. Even in basketball, it doesn't matter what arena you're in, the crowd, maybe the goals aren't as soft. Defense always travels.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Same in football. Defense always travels. Sometimes the offense, it can be very inconsistent. Look at Caleb Williams, 3 touchdowns.
Gotcha.
So defense usually travels well. Offense, you hope does. So I still think USC, because I think that's who everybody wants to see in it, because they're USC and Caleb Williams. And I think if all things are even, they put USC in just because they're a blue blood. I think Oregon is, oh man, they're pretty sick though. And the good thing is they get to play each other. So because Oregon plays Utah, then USC, then Oregon State. So Oregon will not lose to Utah. Oregon will play USC, so that'll settle that. And Oregon State, then USC plays Utah, Washington, and man, USC's got a tougher schedule.
Yeah.
I think USC beats Oregon, though.
Really?
I do. And then I think they kill each other and cannibalize each other, and nobody gets in.
And then
That's
Washington
usually what
gets in?
happens in the Big 12.
Yeah.
You know, they all
Pac-12?
end up losing. Yeah, excuse me, Pac-12. They all end up losing, and that's why it's hard for them to get in because they're all playing each other. So, but if I'm picking of the two, I think USC probably gets in, even though I think Oregon's probably the better overall team. But man, Caleb Williams is the best player. Period, on the field. It's awesome to see him, but it was also pretty fun to watch him throw 3 picks, I'll be honest with you. All right, next.
Jared Goff has led his Lions to a 5-1 start. Do you think there's any chance he can get in the MVP conversation?
Of course. Just win games. That's it. You have a team that has the best record in football, and I don't think the Lions really have that guy. that you look at. I mean, it's not Jahmyr Gibbs. He's hurt, and he's a rookie, so that ain't going to happen. Who else do they have?
Amon-Ra, St. Brown.
Yeah. Again,
Yeah.
he's awesome, but on a team where they don't have like a guy that's already stepped forward, like I'm the leader of the team, it's going to be the quarterback. I think people are rooting for Goff. I think Goff's great against the spread. And I think that if the Lions keep winning, you look to the team that's winning the most to go, who's our MVP candidate from this team? He may not win it, but I think he's already starting to be in the conversation because the Lions are now in the conversation because they have the best record in football. But it's pretty cool to see Jared Goff doing well
He looks good.
because he was just discarded to the Lions in that trade.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, the Rams want Stafford, so I guess Goff will go here.
Like leftovers.
And and then they were just like, who's going to replace Goff? He's only going to be the placeholder for a second.
Yeah.
So it is pretty cool to see. I don't know Jared Goff or even know if he's a cool dude, but it's pretty cool to see that happen.
He
Yeah.
seems like a cool dude in some of the videos. You know, like I saw that video where he goes into a college and acts like
Yeah, that was funny.
he's a recruit.
That was funny. It was a junior college.
It's a junior college and just kills him.
He's top 5 in passing yards right now, I believe.
Yeah.
He's going to need some of those stats because he's not going to be number one really in anything. He's not going to have the most passing yards, probably not going to have the most passing touchdowns, but he's going to need a few of those top 7, top 5, top 3s and a winning record, and he can probably hit that top 3. I mean, look, I don't even know. I haven't looked at the odds, but is Tyreek up there?
He's surprisingly not.
Because if the Dolphins keep winning, you know you're going to go, okay, Tua, Tyreek, and then you're going to go, well, which one? And it's probably going to be Tua because the quarterback gets it, unless Tyreek catches 2,000 yards. There's never been a receiver do that.
He's on pace.
And Megatron has like 1,900, almost 2,000.
Yeah.
But remember, also, Megatron played one less game. But right now, I think that I read Tyreek is, if he were to finish out, I don't know that he will, it would be like 2,400 yards.
Wow.
So it would be so much of a difference that it would absolutely be the difference.
Mm-hmm.
So who's number one then? Patrick Mahomes still?
Right now it's Tua. And then Mahomes is
Tua
second.
is number
Tua's
one?
number one in the
Wow,
odds.
and they're not giving Tyreek any love at all?
I don't remember seeing him. I was kind of surprised. Some guys that were in there, I'm like, really? That guy? Like, I guess Brock Purdy was kind of in there until last week.
Do you guys still think Tua's going to
CMC
get hurt?
Yeah.
Every game, I feel like it's it.
We did this last year. Remember, not this hot of a start, but they were off to a great start last year. And then, last 2 or 3 months,
The difference,
the industry.
though, man.
They look unreal.
This year they look unreal, and they've set a yardage record for the first 5 games, 6 games.
What's that running back position too? Like anyone they put in there is awesome.
Well, but anyone they have back there has been awesome.
Yeah.
No, they're fast.
Yeah.
And you got to think
They are the
too,
fastest team in the NFL.
And these guys playing in the secondary are having to also account for the speed of Tyreek and Waddle, so they can't play up close. They can't play close. You're not playing man coverage, bump coverage with those 2 dudes. So the secondary is already back.
Yeah, so you got space.
So there's a little more space for the running backs, but then you got a guy like A-Chain who can run like crazy.
And Mostert.
Who are like the fastest guys on the team with Tyreek.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of speed on that team. It's crazy to see. It's crazy to see the Dolphins.
I want to see that in person, like up close.
And then their coach, like, what's up with him?
In what way?
He's quirky.
Yeah, did you watch him talk about Baker Mayfield? So he was one of the offensive staff members with the Browns when Baker was there, like low level. And he was like, yeah, I would tell people he doesn't watch any film. He said, but I just knew my lane. I didn't say anything. And then when they finally were like, he's not watching film, he's got to get out. He was like, I told you.
Really?
Yeah, he was like,
I didn't see that.
He was like, I knew my lane. They were interviewing him about that after the Baker documentary had come out. So it was interesting.
I mean, he has a crazy story of like, it's his first time he's ever been a head coach. He came from nothing. He wasn't a coach anywhere. He's just an intern and then to an assistant to the assistant.
And a ball boy at one point.
I mean, to an alcoholic, recovered from that, to being the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, who's having a pretty amazing year.
Who vapes like on the sideline?
Oh, does he? I've never seen him
Like, he
vape.
sneaks the vape.
He got like these Air Force Ones on the side.
He had off-white.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, his off-whites. Yeah. He's
Pretty amazing.
He's a nerdy dude, but he's like cool because he's nerdy. And he knows it. And he's just quirky. Yeah, I like him. I wish he was the coach of my NFL team.
Sure.
Same.
Like, I wish I had an NFL team.
You do.
Patriots.
The Dallas Cowboys.
It definitely ain't the Patriots. And it can only be the Cowboys, kind of. I did stay up and watch the Cowboys last night.
That's a start.
I was happy for you when they won.
Yeah, dude. I mean, me too. It was amazing because it was a crazy roller coaster of a game, right? My family has been out of town since last Thursday. They're driving in, and they get there with like 4 minutes left in the game, and all my kids just come rushing because they've been watching in the car. So we all got to watch the last 4 minutes of the game together. It's a very cool night.
It was like 17-17 with 2 minutes left or so, and the over-under was 40.5. And I thought, well, if anybody scores a touchdown, that's it. I'm going to win. Or if somebody kicks field goal, then another team kicks field goal, and they go to overtime, I'm going to win. So I bet the over. Did not hit because only one team kicked a field goal. But I also bet the Cowboys money line. So I think I ended up losing like $25 last night because the money line didn't pay me as much as I missed for the over under. But I did bet the Cowboys money line only late though in the game.
Dak could have had that touchdown to
Pollard.
Yeah.
That's a terrible throw.
Yeah, terrible throw. He's wide open.
No.
Wide open.
I couldn't believe it.
Like when he missed that, I was like, "Ooh, they better win this game."
Yeah.
Or everyone's gonna be talking about that throw.
Yeah, because I had the over. I was like, come on.
Yeah.
It was wide open.
I just triggered
I
him.
mean, when you're a fan of a team, you see that pass, and you're just like, it's okay, man. It's okay. It's okay. You got the next one.
Never apologize for winning.
It's okay. I know. It's a W. We'll take it. We'll take it. And dude, you know
Like,
what?
how do you not? I can throw that ball. I've done
No,
enough
stop.
too much
Don't-
access
don't
to know
say-
I can throw that ball.
Don't say that.
Oh my God. Pollard's on my fantasy team. Pollard.
Oh,
Now that's the root.
man.
There's the root of
Everything
the
for
problem.
And I ended up losing like by 5 points. That'd have won the game for me, and they'd have covered.
Yeah, see,
Dak, you suck, man.
you guys.
God.
You know where I messed up though? It really, like, you were talking about how you bet live bets during the game where you bet on the outcome of the
possession.
drive.
Yeah. Into the possession.
I found it. A big
found
mistake.
it.
Big mistake. I found it at the beginning of the game. I'm like, let me give it a shot. Couple dollars on punt.
Oh man, it's addictive.
Dude, I couldn't
I
stop.
love it. It's my favorite thing.
And by the third quarter, I'm like, stop it. I'm putting the laptop down.
It's awesome.
I'm no longer betting this. I'm going to enjoy the game.
It's awesome. If it's a game you don't care about,
Yeah.
Correct.
It's super fun.
Yeah.
And so you do $5. And you'd be like $5 turnover.
Dude, I was putting $1 on turnovers, and I could have won $45.
Dude, it's so much fun.
The best is when you do that with your friends watching the game and you're in the living room and you're like, all right, I got $5 here that they punt. And you're like, I don't think they will. And you put $5 down and then you grab it.
Wait, you have friends?
I do, a couple of them.
Okay,
Yeah.
who are they? Yeah. How come we don't know them? All right, next up.
Last one. After getting their second straight win heading into their bye week, do you think the Bengals are back?
I think the Bengals can still win.
But are they back?
I don't think they're back yet. I don't think they're playing good football yet to what we expect the Bengals to do. They got to play the 49ers and the Bills coming up. If they can split those, that's a massive win for them. So if they can go 1-1 in the next two games, the 49ers and Bills, that's great. Then they got to play the Texans. The semi-surging Texans.
Yeah, don't sleep on them.
So I don't think they're back yet, but I think they will be back. I think Burrow's probably still nicked up. But that 49ers game, they ain't going to be happy when they're playing. They just got beat by the freaking Browns. So, but it just depends if Debo and CMC is going to be back. But I don't think the Bengals are back, but I do think the Bengals, look at that division. Pittsburgh, who again, you're just like, what even is this team?
I know.
Baltimore, where you're like,
Oh, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
yeah. Like they'll really put it to a team and then just be terrible. The receivers will drop every freaking ball.
Or they've got
that.
a great lead and then just blow it at the end.
Who am I forgetting their division?
Cleveland, that defense is good.
But they don't have a quarterback because Deshaun Watson either isn't there or sucks. So I think if they can get in the playoffs, they're very dangerous. Just because they got a great quarterback, that's all it takes.
Who are you talking about?
The Bengals.
Say it again.
The Bengals.
It's the Bengals.
It's the Bengal Tigers.
You pronounce it like that band, the Bengals.
The Bengals. The Bengal Tiger.
And it's Friday.
The Bengals.
Yeah, you're pronouncing it like that girl band.
The Bengals.
They're Bengal
The
Tigers.
Cincinnati Bengals. They're not bingo. They're not B-I-N. They're not spelled B-I-N. Bengals.
How do you pronounce it, Kevin?
Bengals.
Yeah, dude, Bengals.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, what is he? I don't know.
He's
I
saying
don't
the
hear it, Eddie.
Bengals.
Bengals.
Listen to him. He's saying the Bengals.
Are you drunk?
Do you hear it, Reed?
You mean like Bengals versus Bengals?
No, Bengals versus Bengals.
No, Eddie.
How do you spell Bengals?
B-E.
Yeah, how do you pronounce B-E?
Bengals. B-E-N-G.
You want the internet pronunciation?
Yeah.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Bengals. I'm saying it right.
You're saying it wrong.
No, wait.
That's funny, though.
No, hold on. Guys, is Eddie
Yeah, I don't.
is Eddie stupid or am I dumb?
I'll play it slower.
No, not that.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Bengals.
No, you're wrong. It's Bengals, like I'm saying.
You're saying bang, like boom, bang.
No, Bengals.
What do you say?
Bengals.
You're saying the same thing.
No, we're not.
Eddie, you're wrong.
Hey, Bones, you're wrong.
No, I'm saying what the voice is saying.
Mike, you're the
Mike,
final judge.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Mike, who's closer to saying what that says?
You are.
Thank you.
Wait, what?
So it's like Ben, like B-E-N.
Yeah, like Ben Gay.
Yeah.
It's not Bengals.
Bengals.
It is.
It's a Bengal tiger.
It's Bengals.
No.
Written out, it's BNGGLZ. Bengals.
See, Bengals.
No, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die on this hill.
But you're the one that built the hill. How are you going to die on
You're
it?
alone on that hill.
Oh, that's crazy.
You started making fun of me, but you say it wrong.
Man, I kept hearing you say Bengals.
Yeah.
Bengals.
But that's what they're called, the Bengals.
Who's that actor from Yellowstone?
Kevin Costner.
Excuse me?
Kevin Costner.
Cosner?
Yeah, Kevin Costner.
Isn't there a T in there somewhere?
He's the guy from Field of Dreams, Kevin Costner. Hey, everyone's getting really mad right now listening, being like, what's he saying? He's saying Bengals.
I'm saying Bengals.
I know. It's the Bengals.
It's what this thing is saying.
He's saying it right.
I'm saying it right.
Man, am I drunk right now? Like,
Eddie, you're going to have to go back and listen to this.
yeah, I am. Don't
Can
worry.
we all, because I feel like I'm in some sort of Black Mirror
Me
episode.
too. Me too.
Does everybody feel like Eddie's crazy?
I don't understand, guys. I'm pronouncing it with an E.
Hold on.
Bengals.
Hold on. Does everybody feel like Eddie's crazy? Kevin,
Yes.
Mike,
Yeah, I think he shifted pronunciations at some point.
Ray? I'm sorry.
That's Reed. That's Reed. But hey, and I'm the crazy one.
Sorry.
I kind of understand where Eddie's coming from.
No. That's not what I'm saying.
He
He's
does.
saying I don't match what that thing is saying there.
Oh, no, yeah, that
What
matches.
what A are you referring to? The second one or the first
Bengals.
one? I'm referring to the second letter in Bengals.
B-E, yes.
Yeah.
It's not Bengals.
No one's saying it's Bengals.
Well, that would be what it would be if it were B-E.
You are pronouncing it like it's bang, like a gun goes
Bengals.
bang.
Cincinnati Bengals.
That's wrong. What's wrong with you people?
Okay, if I'm wrong, okay, I get it. I say stuff wrong all the time. I just feel like I'm saying exactly what the internet pronunciation is.
And I'll add to that. The Patriots. Why do we call them the Pats? They're okay, then call them the
Pates.
Why do
Patriots.
you call
Okay.
the Cowboys the boys?
I love that Eddie keeps going down this because he's
I
getting
know.
dumber and dumber.
Yeah.
You know?
What, you call them the Pates?
Well, do it. If you're gonna say it right. You
Oh
can't be
my
both.
God.
But it's P-A-T-S, Pats.
That's Pats. It's spelled the Pats.
That's the Pates.
How did we get here?
Dude, listening to him say Bengals, I was like, you're out of your
But now
mind.
you're saying it like I say it the right way.
No, I was imitating you.
By doing it right?
No, same Bengals. It's really Bengals.
It's a Bengal tiger.
yes. We can agree on that.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Bengals.
Bengals, listen to her.
Cincinnati Bengals.
you guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. Go to commercial.
You don't make that
Wait,
call.
hey, do we do that here?
We do, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's the tittle tattle.
The stupidest name ever. It's the Tittle Tattle.